Alright. That should do it. Hello, and welcome back, hopefully, to Warframe Wednesdays. I am your host, Fraggoth, and I'm going to turn that way down, because that is loud. Enjoying the sounds and sensations of the soundtrack to Commander Trehort Ninja Tropen, localized as Norwegian Ninja. It's quite good. It's got a dope soundtrack. Play a few selections from that. I've actually got Gauss built, so hooray me. I have a god-awful color scheme attached already. I'm just that good. It's the first thing that happens. Well, one of the first things that happens. Usually I keep it with the default color scheme until it until I've formatted it once. I'm actually going to go to appearance and do that. Put it on the default color scheme. Where are you? I do have to get regalia on there, so I'll get the Loca symbol. Loca. Which reminds me, I have to check all that because I haven't been doing that lately. I have not kept on top of it. For a back sigil, I have no idea. When in doubt, I often go Rift. Not gonna go Bloodshed, although, because I run into things a lot. So I haven't had much time with Gauss. I just finished. He just finished getting built, like, I don't know, 16 hours ago, something like that. Not very long. I've taken him out for exactly one spin, as well as his weapons. Well, give him that. Why not? It's a fancy glyph. I think I'm gonna flip it though. So yeah, it is indeed. He is a frame. What I have done is I've poked around. Oh, that's right. I want to get attachments on there. I want to get, or Cyandana rather. Where are you? Ultra Cyandana, which is quote his unquote Cyandana, which I think looks quite good. Very streamlined, very completely hidden behind everything I've got going on there. As for armor, I might hold off. Yeah, I'll hold off for now on armor. Yeah, he's got. I love his non-feet, his little stumpy non-feet, which are, I guess, very aerodynamic. Even though the rest of him is not really all that aerodynamic. He's got little swingy wingy bits which jiggle. So as far as abilities go, I wanted to go to my upgrade screen, not my ability screen. So as far as abilities go, he's pretty interesting. Right now I've got an all-rounder build set up for early leveling till I get the hang of him. That reminds me, I'm going to change his energy color, and you'll find out why shortly. This is all the fanciness. So if we look at numbers here, so power strength increases the damage of his abilities, and that's nice. It also increases the base damage reduction on kinetic plating, as well as the damage on that, and the area damage on redline. So I haven't unlocked all his abilities yet. But duration actually looks like it's probably his most important ability, because it affects just about everything. So getting your duration way up there is probably very wise. So from the looks of things, he's able to go and basically move fairly quickly, sprinting into things, and then basically tank stuff at the same time, which is pretty cool. His actual sprint speed is pretty underwhelming. It's not very large. He's not super fast on his own, but he's quite speedy with Mach Rush active. Redline scales up with duration almost exclusively, and it is ridiculous. To give you a point of reference, this is max duration, 306 duration. He can get up to 230% fire rate, 122% attack speed, 153% reload speed, and 306% holster speed, which is a worthless statistic in my opinion, but it doesn't matter. You switch weapons like it was nothing. And oh, by the way, you have that up, for 91.8 seconds, which is bananas. But I'm going to go with this, which is going to be, I'm not going to have the ability unlocked yet, so we've got to do some leveling, some light leveling. There's also his weapons, which are pretty nice. The Exceltra, which is kind of like a rapid-fire rocket launcher, not dissimilar to what the Grineer... What are the jetpackers called? Hellions. Grineer Hellions shoot. Shoots forth a bunch of projectiles. They don't home in like those do, but you shoot them quite quickly. Its reload time is pretty long, but it is improved by sprinting and improved further by being Gauss while sprinting. The Icarius is an interesting one. I like it. It has actually an interesting homing feature when it gets out a certain distance, where it'll basically turn once to track an enemy. So you can kind of fire in the general area, and it fires in bursts, like a bunch of missiles from each gun. It has possibly the worst ammo economy of any weapon in the entire game, and that is saying something. You blow through ammo like it wasn't even there, because you have like 20 rounds, I think, max. Or is it more than that? Where are you? Go to upgrade. Let's see if it has a max ammo count. Magazine is 10. Also, a year-long reload, which isn't as bad with our boy Gauss. I'm pretty sure it's Gauss, G-A-U-S-S, Gauss, named after the individual, the mathematician, as opposed to Gauss, which is not the same thing. I might have to crank my music down again, because that's intruding a little. I don't, very basic loadout here, because it's, I only have the blue potato in there, the Orokin Catalyst. I think it's like 20 max ammo. It's not very much, so you have like 30 shots you can do. It's pretty low. So what I may wind up, and I don't think I can put ammo conversion on there, can I? Oh, there is ammo mutation. Okay, so that's good. I'm probably going to have to do that, and it's going to be like the ammo mutation of shame, because I never do that. It's either that or I bring a carrier along. I can do either one. I'm not picky. I don't care. I'd rather not bring a carrier along, but I'd also rather not take up the mod space, if I can avoid it, with an ammo mutation. Or I could do prime pistol ammo mutation because it's shinier. I'm not. I'll probably only put it in as base level, because I'm going to be running into ammo all the time. Who's trying to blip me? Don't blip me. Oh, I know it's blipping me. We're going to ignore that. It's going to keep doing that, so I might have to quit out of Discord. Let me do that. Discord is noisy. Oh, I fixed the music that I had last time as well, so we'll get to that. I don't know what was going wrong there. Well, no, I know exactly what was going wrong there. It was pretty funny, actually. Okay, so I'll show this off. I've got the Redeemer equipped, which a lot of what we'll be doing is I'll be basically doing the new, what are they called? The new nodes that these are attached to. I gotta switch to public. Is it Sedna? Yeah, I think it's Sedna Kelpie. Yeah. Now I can't actually do these because he's not level 30 yet. So I'm gonna have to do regular mission disruption and see if I can get a group. Excuse me. So look, near disruption is pretty tricky. I really hope I put it to public. Oh, hello, cat. He's up here observing his domain. I appear to be en solo. Okay, so we'll do, while we wait for people to join, I'm going to do a breakdown of the abilities. So Mach Rush makes you run speedy. And you basically gain charge on your battery. Moving generates an electrical current that fills Gauss's battery. Shields recharge up to 80% faster, while the recharge delay is up to 80% shorter based on battery level. So you can get shields pretty quickly. So shields are okay on Gauss. Kinetic plating will generate armor plating that converts a portion of absorbed kinetic damage, i.e. physical, heat, cold, and blast, into energy. It also gives you damage resistance, I think, to those. Those are not every damage ability, and those are not every damage type in the game, as you'll notice. Also, you can kind of. So this gauge on the right is my kinetic battery gauge, and it goes up just kind of by moving. Sprinting makes it go up ever so slightly faster. Using my Mach Rush, which I will do shortly, which is a toggle. Not a toggle, but a hold. Or it's supposed to be a toggle. I have to hold it, though, for it to do that. Makes you move rather quickly until you hit an object, and then it kind of explodes around you. So what I've found is range is not that useful, at least for the way I tend to play a frame for Gauss. Now, I am going to fiddle with some max range builds. I have something caught in my throat. So yeah, it's very fast, and I'm going to change the energy color because I can't see anything when I'm doing that. It's great on the plains. You can just run places, but by default, running around on any other tile set that isn't the plains or the Orb Vallis, it is pretty horrible. So yeah, we ran into him. He got ragdolled like a mofo. So the Exceltra, and my cat is going to make me look down and shoot things. That's fine. The Exceltra isn't so bad when it comes to anything, really. It's pretty okay. Just shoots lots of explosives very, very quickly. The Acarius, I'm going to see if I can... There, you saw him curve. There are some enemies that it will just do whatever the hell it wants with, though. That is the mammoth reload time, and we have to be careful about that. There we go. So, on these, Disruption... oh, I should check to see if you can equip Fulmination, because they couldn't the last patch. I haven't checked since a day or so ago. I missed. Got him. I like the Icaria. Yeah, it's like a 20 ammo max or something. It's pretty bad. It has very little ammo to speak of. So what I'm probably going to wind up doing for actually killing things is using my Redeemer, because it's reliable. I also have to find some enemies to shoot at me. So electrical damage, I don't think will build up your resistances and whatnot. Oh wait, maybe it is. It's making the thing go off, but I'm not seeing anything increase, so... Where are you? Oh, he just canceled my abilities because he's a smart boy. Yeah, there we go. They got him. They got him. So yeah, it has to be heat, cold, anything physical, or blast in order to build up your resistances. And Grineer are probably the best for it. The infested do not seem to be very good for it because you have to actually let them hit you, and we like to avoid that. Here, shoot me a lot. Shoot me more. Oh, got a Meso T1. That's not so bad. There's also like a, what is it, 10 meter priming distance for the rockets, so otherwise it's just like kind of a machine gun. Not a bad machine gun, but it also doesn't explode. As you can see, awesome ragdolling, Kenneker. Oh, that was an interesting hiccup. I didn't like that. So yeah, as you can see, when you're running, I can't see anything with default. This is default colors. I can't see a darn thing. Energy drain isn't too terrible, but it will stop when I let go, which it strikes me it should probably be a toggle. I think when you're sprinting and you do it, it'll... No? Well, in any event, I haven't had much time with him, so I'm still kind of figuring him out. That's been a sort of a... Oh, I see. It drains the gauge. I see how it is. And that's what provides the resistance. Okay. I need to get adaptation on this guy pronto. Yeah, it's not, I believe it's not resistance to everything. I think it's only those types, unless it's just those types will kick it in. Am I holding this? Yeah, here we go. Ugh, minefield. Yes, yes. Whee! There have been people who've talked about how they were actually able to run into their rockets. I have not been able to accomplish that, and I don't know if it's because I'm too slow or what. I don't know that attack power increases your move speed. Power strength, rather, increases move speed. I don't know. I do not know that to be true at this juncture. So this leaves behind an area that does things. It also charges your battery, which is good, because you use that for things. Demo unit coming in fast. That thing blows, and you can kiss the conduit goodbye. It also shrinks. I don't honestly know how it works, because I just got it right now. I know on one end of it, it'll do cold damage, and then on the other end, it'll do heat, but I don't know how that is toggled yet. I am getting mods, so I'm completing Nightwave stuff, which is good. I wish this Wisp were giving me health flowers. That would be good. Oh no. He did.
Many things have been taken from us. It's true. But fortune favors the bold. And there ain't
now we're using our pistols again, which are damaging when they hit, but then you'll have like this situation. Fortunately, when you're sprinting, it reloads butt quick. But yeah, the burst is very quick. It's shooting a lot of projectiles because I have a lot of multi-shot on there. Am I still home? Yes, I am. I need to activate that blue thing, which I thought someone else already had. So yeah, his one is manually toggled, but it lasts quite a while, unless you have abysmal energy efficiency. So you basically use that battery as a defensive measure for your 2, from what I've been able to tell. Yeah, you do move rather quickly, but I think other frames can probably get places faster. Zephyr, I'm looking at you. Zephyr is kind of good like that. There's a health upgrade. Thank you. How long is that? That's a 30-second, and it is not high power strength. They are putting more emphasis on range than I would ordinarily prefer, but that's okay. Okay, I'm going to switch to my big shooty gun. Nope, I had my big shooty gun out. Ow. Come on, shoot me, dude. Shoot me. I gotta find where this... Oh yeah, it's definitely faster than it was, so it's... Thunk, 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 splat. Lots of ragdoll. Here we go. Very quick. So, one of the main reasons to go with range is so that your damage radius is bigger. I'm probably going to go with full duration and then put as much strength as I can on there. That's kind of how I roll. One of those did cold and one of them did not. Oh, I don't have my 2 up. No wonder I'm taking damage. But yeah, his the Exceltra, which is the primary, I like quite a bit. I'm quite fond. His 2... His secondary rather doesn't do much for me. Mostly because its reload time is so iffy. But it is affected by sprint. And if you're sprinting, it's not so bad, but you have to remember to sprint, and a lot of the time I'm like bullet jumping and flying around. But you can like hold sprint and then like... Yeah, so this is with Gauss, so it's going to be pretty quick. It's pretty much faster than it would otherwise be. But there's... Let's kill what's over there. Let's reload. 2, 3, 3.5 seconds odd. But then when we do... speeds right on up when you start sprinting, and it's quite dramatic with Gauss. It is not as dramatic with other frames from what I have seen. But it is still there. It goes down from like 3.4 seconds down to 2 seconds-ish. It's manageable, but you have to be on the move. Sprinting on the move, which is kind of its own deal. Here he comes. Ah, don't do that. There we go. But yeah, the Exceltra does quite a lot of damage. Basically, the name of the game with Gauss is burst damage. That is what he is all about. Presumably, I am now redlined. And that is It's exciting. It's a lots of visual effects. The little projectiles that are emanating off of me are pretty impressive. I can't wait till I have that at rank 3 and have 306 duration, is all I'm saying. That was the wrong button entirely. There we go. It's very noisy. I feel like I'm playing a modern Kamen Rider game. All it needs is for me to perform an ability and then have like a minute-long transformation cutscene and also play like 12 musical jingles in a row every time I do any action, including jump, which would be bad. That would be soul-destroying. I'm looking at you, Toei. Please stop. Get your shit together. That's probably gonna get my channel banned in Japan, though. Oh well. Sorry, Toei, I didn't mean it much. So we're gonna shoot this dude. Probably. Come on, there we go. Once we got status effects on there, he went down like a friggin' Led Zeppelin. So what we want to do is we want to keep that gauge on the right up. I'm not totally sure what the percents indicate at this point. I'm having to build them up and it's taking a long time to build. Or is that like a duration that I don't want filled? I'm not totally sure. I should really try using more abilities, it's true. So yeah, it can, your speedline mode, that's what I'm going to convert it to black color scheme, black energy color. It will occasionally go off if you just hit enemies. Most of the time you go right through. Well, you knock them to the side, but I have had it happen against fairly durable foes. Large, durable... Oh my gosh, don't get stuck. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Pop, pop. XMS this. So we're okay. We've failed one, but we should still be getting tier C rewards from this. Basically, the way the rewards work is not based off of time spent like other modes. It is based off of how well you're doing per round. Speed doesn't make much of a difference. Now, that'll get us a tier B at best. It's basically a number of the little Don't explode in my face. The number of nodes that explode, that get blown up, is bad. You don't want that to happen. This is fairly lax in terms of being able to be awarded the Tier C rewards. Oh, stronger key carriers, that's fine. In that you only need 3 to survive in a given round in order to get a Tier C reward. Get over here, boy. He did. What I've been doing when I was farming up Gauss was using Ivara plus Redeemer, where you're just cloaked all the time and getting that undetected damage bonus, is ludicrous. It absolutely does not care. You just, like, this Nox would have been dead. This is all I'm saying. It's pretty great. Okay, someone's extracting, so I'm gonna take the hint. I'm gonna do the same thing. Where is it? I'm gonna do this based on minimap. Hard work. But yeah, you have to use your abilities quite a lot. He synergizes well. I don't have the hang of him at all. It has been kind of rough so far, if I'm honest. And Baruch had me very confused, as did Garuda, but they eventually made sense. So far, this hasn't taken yet. I have something caught in my throat. Give me 1 second. I'm going to cough very loudly, but you won't hear it. Better. That's what happens when you try to drink and talk at the same time. Drink water. So we didn't get any Gauss components, but that's fine. We don't need any at this stage, but it would be nice to just show it off. We're leveling up. We're leveling up. Nothing too crazy. These modes are actually pretty good in terms of time invested to leveling occurred, because it's constant enemies. You just have enemies all the time. It's really nice in that regard. Oh, okay, I must have spent what I had. That's good. Well, I can always use more relics, because I still have to finish up farming for the Wukong stuff. All of it. Let's see. Ninkandi Prime Handle. I need that. In fact, let me go to my... Wukong. Let's see. We've got that. Got that. Where are you? I don't know that we have the neuroptics. I have to now I have to check. Okay, so we've got the systems. So we need neuroptics and chassis. I have the relics for both, which is fine. Wukong. Okay. So systems we have, we can ignore that. Is that which is the S12? S12 is the Wukong chassis. Is this neuroptics? Neuroptics I want to leave as default. So we'll find an Axie and Prey. Oh, this one I can upgrade. Alright, so that's... I can at least get the chassis, probably. 3 runs, maybe. We'll see. This one I'm not optimistic for, but I want to believe. Now let's check my Juge. I think that's how that's pronounced. Ju? I don't know. Okay, so I'm missing something there. The string, of course. Still missing the string. It's the barrel. I don't think I have the barrel. I think I have the blueprint. Let me... Okay. I have the grip. I do still need the barrel, string, and receiver. Still don't have a relic for the receiver. Let's check Ninkandi. I do need the BP, so I'm going to work on these Neo R2s. Once I get that, I can at least use that as a checklist for what I need more easily. So let's go... I don't even remember what that was. Shoot. Is that a Mesa? Let's hope it was a Mesa. Let's check out Con. Nope, that's the handle. Must be the next one up. Must be Neo. What do we got for Neos? We got defense and disruption. Let's try a disruption. I haven't tried a disruption one of these yet. Nincon. That should be it. Here we go. Should get that BP pretty quickly then. I'm gonna feel like an idiot if I already had one of these. I'm pretty sure I don't. I haven't done enough farming lately. I've been doing farming for all sorts of other things. Oh. Oh, I forgot to change my energy color because I'm smart. Oh, does he have the fancy Gauss helmet? What is it? The mag Gauss helmet? Oh. I seem to be moving faster than I was a minute ago, which is interesting. Clank. Clank. So yeah, right now I'm just sticking with this kind of all-rounder loadout. I might even get power range in there. Oh geez, that's gotta be max range. So I know it shrinks, but I'm not totally sure what that signifies, and I'm not totally sure what the changeover is. See, mine's pretty big too. Oh, maybe it's hold versus tap. That's gotta be what it is. So hold is cold. That's okay. Hold is heat. Tap is chill. Okay. And I have to actually go into my abilities menu to figure out which one does what, because I don't remember. There is some lag not letting me pick up objects, that's fine. Whammy slams! Yeah, because it's automatic, you're able to actually do some pretty solid justice. To enemies, even if the projectiles don't explode. I will also, after this... Where on earth did you go? You lay on the ground. Good man. To see a fulmination and, what's it called? Firestorm. Fulmination and Firestorm, which are the secondary and primary radius expanders, explosive radius expanders, are equipable. They weren't last time I checked, which was yesterday. So I'm hoping, because there are a mountain of pistols that explode that don't have that don't allow you to equip fulmination. I like explosive radii, is what I like. No, it wouldn't necessarily benefit these weapons all that much because their explosive radii are not that big to begin with. They're not huge, but they're there. They exist. They do have an explosive radius, and I would like to make that larger, even if that costs a mod slot. Yeah, the lag here is pretty bad. I'm probably going to have to leave after one round, because this is just... Ugh. If I have to wait for doors, it's a problem, especially as Gauss, because Gauss has to be a bit more on the ball. Oh, wow. That's not doing anything. Oh, because they're... Oh my gosh, what happened there? That was some kind of horrible... Oh my goodness. Open, please. Thank you.
That's it. You opened the relic mission and we'll take a look inside.
I wonder if power strength affects how quickly that gauge builds up. I sort of hope it does. He does seem to actually be fairly energy efficient. He doesn't blow massive amounts of energy. He's got a reasonable power pool. At least with primed flow. Oh my goodness, open. There we go. Hey, he's got some decent pocket CC, if anything's near a wall. Ooh. This is really distracting. You also turn very slowly, which is kind of tricky. Oh boy. Let's do no damage to you at all. Let's do that then. Fine. Oh, did I kill it? Evidently. Because he did. This is still round one. I need to get off of that patch of death. One of these is supposed to charge my battery, and I'm not quite sure how that's intended to be working at this stage. Yeah, I want that, like, 160-something attack speed. Oh, excuse me. I gotta take a cough drop in a sec. Maybe that'll help. Oh my gosh, no. I'm pressing the button. The wrong button. There we go. He did. Yes! I'll be taking that. I'm gonna select none. The lag's just too bad. I can't deal. I can't cope. And plus, I'm about to start hacking and coughing like a moron. Combustion beam. Not exactly a common mod. Fortunately, I can just leave. But yeah, you can move around quite quickly. I gotta go check my abilities and figure out what my 3 is supposed to do other than, hey, look at all these frozen enemies now. Maybe the ability has to hit enemies to charge the battery, I'm not sure. Let's find out. Yeah, okay, maybe. Nope. Okay, so we're just gonna tap that. And now I need to hack and cough again. Give me a sec. We're back! Sorry about that. Taking a cough drop. Am I not leaving? Thank you. Yeah. Multi-shot gives you a bunch of extra missiles. The damage per shot is pretty substantial. It's not mind-boggling, but it is sizable considering how quickly you put rounds forth. It's pretty good. I'd say that the what is it, that shotgun that shoots glass, Astilla, I think. That now has valid competition. So let's check our abilities screen. Oh, right, and let's go to appearance and change our energy color to... Let's try black and pray that it winds up being kind of a clear color as opposed to jet black. I could go white and make everything worse, but I'm not going to. Abilities. Okay. So, Mock Rush. It's 3 and 2. Generate armor plating that converts a portion of absorbed kinetic damage, which is physical heat, cold, and blast, into energy. So, you gain energy, so he's very energy efficient because of that. Also protects Gauss from being staggered or knocked down. Damage resistance is relative to the battery level, so you have to keep the battery level high. That's fine, I can do that. Is it just charged from his 1? Is what I want to find out. And I want to know what that's based on as well. Oh, here we go. Oh, cute. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's because I knew I was toggling it somehow before and it wasn't working. Now I know. Yeah. The shield recharge speed is quite nice. I've been quite happy with that. So hopefully with dark energy color this will be a bit more usable. Fingers crossed. I can't put any more mods on those just yet. Let's see. Okay, so Ninkandi. Nink. Alright, so I need 2 handles and 1 chain. I guess that's going to be the chain. Yeah, of course. Let's see. Where's the handles? Is the handles the Meso N7? Yeah. But have chaos. Well, there's 2 handles and 1 chain, correct? I'll find out. I'm gonna... Oh, that's right, they changed the interface for this and it always just throws me. Okay. Let's stay with 4 for now until I double check this. Nink. Yes, 2 handles. So we can probably get the 2 handles. Now I just have to check the Juge. Which is the barrel receiver string. And any neuroptics and chassis. Okay, let's go for the chassis, because we got 3 shots at that. Neuroptics, I think I've only got the 1, which means it's not happening, in all likelihood. But we'll go for the chassis first, which was, what, Axie? Uko. Chassis. Which is a Neo. And we're looking for Neo. We could do Disruption again. Wukong. Let's do it. I'm not going to pop the wiki open. Not yet. So yeah, no, I think Gauss is cool. He's taking a while to grow on me, though. I don't really get him yet, if that makes any sense. I think he's neat. But yeah, as you can see, the ammo pool for the Exceltra is pretty bad. Like you dump half your ammo pool or a third of your ammo pool in one magazine, and you can do that very quickly. These weapons would do quite well if they had ammo mutation by default. As it is, ammo mutation is a mod you do probably want to put on there. Decade, oh. I made a snarky comment about Kamen Rider earlier. Modern Rider. Post-Decade Rider. I'm going to stop that because nobody else is going to understand what I'm talking about, and if they do understand what I'm talking about, it might not be for the best. I may not be making friends for my strong opinions. And I've got a phone call.
you can kiss a conduit goodbye.
I think it was garbage. I hope it was garbage. If it wasn't garbage, well, they'll leave a message. Aha, Harrow chassis. Haha. Yes. Get over here. So managing your, oop, that's the wrong way. Nice. I think it died. Yep. It's not a failure. Managing your kinetic energy gauge battery thing is definitely the thing I'm having the most difficulty with. Is that better? That's much better. I can actually see. And I get a nice little speed line effect. Unfortunately, the homing on these projectiles is somewhat detrimental. Because it will often home in on some very strange spaces on enemies. A lot of the, like, basic humanoid enemies, it's fine. It's no problem. Even on most MOAs, it's fine. On unusually large enemies, it can go to some strange spots. I know that Jackal, because I was with somebody and we ran the Jackal, it goes to this little spot somewhere right on the bottom side of its body, which is worthless for that fight, so you have to use literally any other weapon at that point. I'm still missing... The other thing I've been having difficulty with is the explosive activation range, which is not that long, but 10 meters in most of the game's meta. Read everywhere that isn't the areas that DE hasn't forgotten about. In other words, the entire meat of the game that isn't the open world areas, that 10 meters can feel, in-game meters can feel like miles. There we go, one and done. Now I just have to get lucky with the neuroptics, and we are in business. I can keep doing these, the lag isn't too bad. Actually, yeah. Never mind, I've already picked one. Let's find out if this Decado is pink or not. Then we'll know. We will know many things about this individual. At that range, obviously no problem. At that range, no problem. I do something up close, it's a problem. Personally, I'd have no problem if they just primed immediately on firing. And you just can't sit on top of the projectile when it goes off. I'm okay with that. In fact, I'd probably prefer it. If you're self-killing yourself, then learn when it's appropriate to shoot the gun that you're firing that's self-killing you. As you can see, fire rate high. Yeah. There we go. See, that doesn't feel like my fire rate is all that high, to be honest. I do like the blue explosives, those are nice. Mostly I'm looking forward to when I'm going to have that active for a minute and a half with max duration. That's going to feel just so good. Yeah, shoot me. shoot me. I dare you. Yeah, keep shooting. Ain't no big thing. It ain't no big thing. As you can see, damage is respectable. Whoa! Oh, 196 and 130? Nice. As speedy as a speedy boy can be. I am still missing. Give me that. Their duration is pitiful though. Yeah, as you can see, it's like shooting straight at the ground by that dude, even though he's like over there. It's trying to hit like center of mass. Might be nice if it was a little less strict in that regard. Also, enemies can juke projectiles. They can do that quite frequently. It has happened more than once.
The vault has been cracked open. Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
Oh, I had it toggled on and off. Let's see. Oh, I didn't manage to get my 4 on. That's why. As you can see, moving too fast for class. I don't know if you have to get it up to 100%. I'm not sure what the percent actually indicates. I suppose I'll figure that one out.
Looks like Alex was so keen to make the sale he didn't close every back door. Greed makes a person sloppy, hotshot. Remember that. Enjoy the boost.
That's decent attack speed, especially since I've only got it at, you know, a pretty low rank. Oh, I'm still holding one. Durr. Durr. He did. But yeah, respectable damage. It's kind of like a angstrom that homes in. It is a bit, has a bit more utility. Yes, I will take 100 ducats. Yeah, and I want that barrel, so I'll get that. Oh, nice. Someone else is going for it too. Yeah, respectable damage on both the weapons. Respectable utility. You just have to be outside a certain range to get the most out of them, which is a little backward, I guess. Again, great for planes. Great for the Valis. Not so great for your day-to-day gameplay needs. Unfortunately. Again, I have yet to kill myself with any of these because of their priming distance. And like I said, I'd be okay if I killed myself. Because then, you know, don't make that dumb mistake again. Am I still holding a... No, I'm not. I dropped one because I was doing fancy acrobatics. Fancibatics, as you could call them. There's a key over here somewhere I'm gonna get. But I can't get because this thing must be ended. It did. So these guys will not drop the weapons, only the infested enemies on the infested disruption tile sets will do it, which is basically Uranus Ur at this point. Reactor blueprint versus Exilus adapter blueprint. I do kind of want in on that, actually. Oh, those guys took a lot of damage. What's up, blue? Let me get to that. Oh my goodness, wow. Yikes. They don't call it redshift for nothing. Disadvantage with having black energy colors, you can't see diddly didge. And that feels like heightened. I don't know what's happening. It's dead. We're okay. We're all alive now. Are you kidding? Well, I didn't use the relic, so it's okay. I don't have to be upset about that. I didn't have them all, I wasn't paying attention. That's classic. Let's do that again. Let's not muck that up. That's a pretty extreme FOV increase. Ugh. You can cross that map in just about nothing flat. I don't like that jumping cancels it. So I'm sort of thinking, you know, I do have to check the wiki page to see if anyone knows how to slow down your run speed. That sounds counterintuitive, but oh, hello. You're dead. Let me find that red zone. Zoinks. Gosh, that is fast. Okay. That's magnifying the explosive kinetic impact radius as well, which is nice. In its way, I guess. I mean, it's CC. That's good. But, getting that up to 100 seems to be a bit of a trial. Might have to check to see if that's tied to power strength or what exactly. Distance traveled, maybe. Nah, because the number doesn't increase any faster. It's got to be something like a stat. And when it lasts longer, it'll be better as well. I just gotta figure out what that's tied to. Any others plugged in? Yeah, there is. There's the cyan, but I got this. What is damaging me exactly? Oh, health drain. Durr. Our range on that is pretty substantial now. as you can see, all kinds of good things come. Did I have 10? I hope I did. Ah, Mesa Prime? Eek. Well, it's an uncommon, so I'll take it. I have 5 of these, so... What is it, you? Yes, it is. Can expect a lot of those, I think. I'm gonna switch albums.
Wakey, wakey. Here we go.
Don't forget the reactant. You need more to open that relic.
Pretty confident it's increasing faster when I'm doing my one. I hope I'm right in that. If I'm not, then I'm looking pretty dumb right now. The other difficulties, I have to actually take damage to recharge my energy, which I sort of dislike, or get shot at anyway. It's behind me. Well, he's dead. You can probably physics kill them. If they're affected at all. Oh, I love that. I love the bouncing bodies. I love it. That's what I live for. Yeah, pretty high energy cap. The kinetic armor definitely increases your survivability. I think Gauss is pretty cool. I don't think I'd say he's as absolutely bonkers busted as a Wisp or Octavia, but he's strong for self buffs. He's got that going on. Definitely has it going on for sure. Oh, it's already plugged in. Oh no. I hit the wrong color. Because of course I am. Is it over there? It's over there. Not for long. It did. So I need to find the blue. There we go.
The relic has been cracked open. Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
Oh, someone got it already. So, as you can see, he's very hard to control, which I'm not overly fond of. I would prefer much more control than he gives you. I don't know about, like, turning on a dime would be nice. You can't do that. You have to turn very slowly. I will also show him off in his natural habitat, if you will, of a open world area. Either the plains or the Vallis. Probably run along some roads in the Vallis. Where are you? There you are. It did. Yeah, Redeemer puts in work against those guys. Redeemer, I mean, I'm using the Prime, but a regular Redeemer would also work. Wouldn't be as good. Oh, okay. That's fine. But you can practically use it like a blink teleport. It moves very quickly.
Give another kick at conduit.
Oof, Formas. Formas for days. Oh, wrong one. There we go. That was close.
Lock and load.
They're booking, I too am booking, though I can do it solo. These are, of the endless missions, probably the easiest to solo, up to a point. I'm going the wrong way.
Smart move.
I smell cooking onions. It fills me with a hunger. Well, I got the Wukong Prime chassis. That counts for a lot. And I maxed a bunch of stuff out, which is nice. Such as my standing, for instance. And I still have some, I think, Captura scenes to unlock. Let's see. Let's go to... I can leave the squad. What do I got? What can I do? What was I intending? Asking me real questions. I'm not going to worry about Seeker. I don't think the missiles can turn more than the once, so getting multiple punch-throughs would not do much for you. It is not a crit weapon, as you can see. Less than 2.0 crit multiplier, and a pretty bad crit chance. So we're going to just ignore that function and go for probably just general damage and status. It's usually a good choice. Not Augur Pact. Where are you? Oh, right. I wanted to look up Fulmination. Is Fulmination here? Full. No. It is not. That is unfortunate. It'd be nice if it did. So I'm gonna get my max rank pistol Pestilence on there. What is the other one I wanted? Either reload speed, which helps, or mutation, but I can't fit mutation on there right now, unfortunately. I mean, I've got to put another form on it, actually. Why not? Just put a form on there. Then I'll be able to fit ammo mutation on, no problem. A boom, a boom, a bim bam boom. Here we go. And mutation. Never worry about ammo ever again. For you... For you, I just don't know. I don't think I'll go with heavy caliber, although that could be nice. Shred, I kind of have to ignore. Its fire rate is good enough already. And pierce, punch through, rather. Doesn't do you much good. Prime cryo rounds is good in general. Also because it's a huge source of, just colossal source of damage. Cold isn't the best element in the world, most people will tell you, but I think it's fine. I think it's just that, I mean, there aren't that many enemies that resist it. I don't think. So wildfire is a good possibility. It's a little expensive, but not bad. Um, but it adds more to your mag size. What you probably want more than that, though, is max ammo, because it does not have much. You won't get much. I mean, yeah, fast hands. Fast hands does what for you? What? Yeah, makes it 1.5. It reloads quick enough as it is. I'm gonna get regular malignant force on there real quick. Hammer shot I will not be putting on there. Hammer shot is rarely worth it. It just doesn't provide enough benefit for its cost, in my view. Let's see, I've got 3 points to work with. I might just wind up going with ammo mutation. I mean, I can't afford it, but... Oh, hello. What's the conversion rate? That's the same, isn't it? Yeah, it is. 1, 3. Oops. It's slightly worse. Slightly worse. It is indeed not as good. But I would argue that it is good enough, especially since you have a chance to enhance your crits. This is not exactly a crit machine, but it is capable of critting. You will see a crit. Actually, those base stats for critting are very good. That would in fact be a viable path. And since you're going to probably put ammo mutation on there anyway, then you just put on your crit chance. He says. Yeah. I like it. I really hope I know what I'm doing there. Actually, no. It's that one, right? Yeah. That'll get me the most bang for the buck at this point. It is unfortunately a D polarity. Yeah, I'm gonna make it a V polarity because that'll get me a bit more, be a bit easier to work with. Let me get that mod on there. Hell, I don't even have to max that out. Getting any ammo mutation on there is good. Doesn't have to be a lot. And you have a 10% chance to enhance your crits. Kind of good, considering you're going to be critting often. Let's check out our crit options here. These two are mandatory. Let's see. I don't really need boosted fire rate. I don't really care about that. Enemies are going to be killed outright left and right, so it's chance. Chance is big, which boosts it to 80, which is huge. And Vital Sense, which will get crit damage up to 6.2. So that's kind of the route I'm leaning. And it's not great for status, but it's acceptable. You're probably better off with going status, but you can crit. It's got the base stats to make that work for you. Planning out build if I decide to remove Malignant Force and replace it with, say, Vigilante Fervor. Even maybe an unranked Vigilante Fervor, because I don't care. I want the extra 5% chance to enhance crits. That's what I care about more than the other. One of the other things I like about these weapons is they leave you for a spray and pray play style. They allow for a spray and pray play style, I should say. Gauss, what can I do with you? What can I do with you? This is the build. This is the build. I'm convinced. I'm convinced this is the build. I just have to flesh it out. Because I need... I don't have... Oh, this is the range. Let's stretch. There it is. So, with that, how big... It's a 28 meter explosive. Sorry. You bump into something and everything explodes. Everything just bobbles away. That's bananas. That's a huge radius. You have to sacrifice... line 33 is pretty respectable as well. You have to sacrifice a lot to make that, though. This is passable. This is the build I want. Note that my range is microscopic, but I don't really care about bumping into enemies. It doesn't do me much good. So this is as much duration as I can pack on there. I'm going to call this duration. I'm going to move that into slot A. Be able to fit that in there, but I might be able to fit regular intensify in. Yeah, and I'll probably put a hyphen polarity in so I can take advantage of primed flow, because that I think is going to be fairly important. And there are other mods that can take advantage of it if primed flow doesn't work out for me. It gets my power strength up a bit. Won't be enough to put on Umbral Intensify, which isn't by any stretch of the imagination mandatory. It's not even all that good. I'm not fond, actually, of the Umbra mods. Not at all fond. I use them sometimes. There's a couple builds I use them in if I can afford it. But otherwise, eh. So this build will be considerably more fragile than this all-rounder I've got going here. But that doesn't make it bad. It is, however, going to have some substantial advantages in the realm of duration. Oh, because I'm not rank 30 yet. That's why the numbers are lower than I'm expecting. I see now. I see. No big. I feel like I guess I did. I'd love ribbons for either of these two guns, but I don't care enough about ribbons to actually seek them out. If one fell into my lap, I'd be happy, but otherwise... Let's real quick see if they've got Gauss's alt helmet up here. Or anything that I don't already have. No, they don't. We're going for Zuge, right? I think it was Neo. Yes, I want the barrel. And I can make more if it becomes necessary.
Look out for reactant. The enemies are trying to reactant. The reactant is working on your relic. Find more.
91 seconds.
Find it after this, and we don't have much time.
So rescues are a little tricky for these because they require you to kill enemies either before or after the fact. Oh, that's because my friggin' energy gauge isn't up. I'm wondering what that's based on. I'm thinking it might be attack strength, and that might be why it is not going up very quickly. Fortunately, you can get it up fairly fast. I don't know how that didn't blow any windows. Got me a little confused there. I still need to react it. Because of course I do. Oh, that's going up very slowly. That's gotta be... Could they really have tied that to range? That would hurt.
Corpus walkers are heading to the location.
That would hurt a lot if they did.
You opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
I just need one more, don't I? No, I don't. Well, somebody blew it up, and it wasn't me this time. It's a good feeling. If it was me, it would have blown out a lot earlier.
Area. Careful. If the void detect you, they will surely initiate the execution sequence. Task complete. You may proceed.
Now, other disadvantages is parkour is hard when you move very quickly and can't parkour.
Our prisoner in one of
Oh
these
my gosh,
cells.
get up there. Get up there, boy.
The hostage is almost out of time. Hurry.
Also, standing still is bad, so this is hurting. Oh my goodness, what are you doing? There we go. That's almost a disaster. Glad it wasn't.
You've located the hostage. Escort there to the extraction point, and I'll take care of the rest.
But hey, practical advantages include me being able to be awesome all the time. Unless, of course, it's a percentage of time spent, which would mean certain significant Oh, did they just lock me out? They did. Why would you do this to me? I feel betrayed. Now I've left him behind. It's all your fault. It's all your fault. Let's just get out. Let's just get out. We'll be okay. We've got time. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Just get out. Just get out. Yeah, it has to be at max in order to go up at all. Let's skip this track. I don't like it very much. Okay, so I guess people don't know the golden rule of... I don't know why it teleported to me, unless it made me host after the fact, which it could have done. Speed lines. Can't turn on a dime. That's a Mesa Prime blueprint that I don't want. That's a Wukong Prime chassis that I already have. No, I'll take that. Anyway, having a spare won't be bad. I can always trade it later. Excuse me. Let's check and possibly form our Gauss. It gives me 5 free, which would allow me to equip Umbral Intensify, which wouldn't really do me much good. I think it is probably tied then to power strength in some capacity. Because it is a substantial difference. I can fix that. I can make that happen. It'll mean certain sacrifices that I don't really want to make, but I could make it work. I'm gonna bop into primed flow, actions, primed flow, and that gives me 7 free, which would allow me to equip Augur Secrets, which will get me, I think, about to that. Yeah, it would get me there. Should at least be comparable, and then I should have it for a considerable period of time at that juncture. Okay, I think we can work with it. If it is tied to range, I'm going to be pretty miffed and in some deep trouble, because I'll have to figure that out. So, as a result, now we're going to change our colors, because we formed. We're allowed to. We're allowed to once we do our colors. Appearance. We're gonna burn some eyeballs this day. Oh, actually, I kind of wanted to give him the actual feat, which is from attachments. Not the ethereal leg plates. What are they? There's something or other prime leg plates. And I'll know them when I see them. It's not those. Where are you? Where are you? Ah, it's the Imugi primes. There you go. It makes it look like I have actual booty boots. I have these on Wisp and they're really... It looks like I have feet. On this, not so much. On this, it actually looks like crap. So we're not going to do that. Maybe I'll just leave it with the ones I had on there. It's either that or these. These maybe. Because they're fairly aerodynamic. And then the Umbra ones are pretty inoffensive. They're just kind of there. I barely know they exist. We'll leave it with that for now. And we have to change our energy color. And I think it's the primary is the one that we worry most about. And then the secondary adds the highlights. No, it's secondary that we have to worry about most. So secondary has to be black. Where are you? Smoke colors, get black. And then primary we can make, and then we could make it white if we really, really dislike living. We make that a dark purple, because it'll add highlights, but it won't be obvious. Because we're red shifting, we could have a very dark rose. No, it just turns into red, doesn't it? Doesn't it? So we'll go with the purple for now. Actually, not that purple. I wanna, what is it? It's not a storm, it's under ice. There's a dark, 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 dark blue. And that'll convert into certain light colors. I'm gonna leave the emissives as default. And now I'm just gonna go to Cyandina, copy main, Regalia. I'm gonna keep their attachments. Copy main. How does that look? That looks absolutely horrible. So we'll be tweaking that as we go. It's a start. I like going with inverted color schemes on some of the ones that I don't like the defaults of. This one is kind of the opposite. Okay, so we still need... No, I don't... What was the other option there? Rescue and mob def. Well, it's rescue, obviously. And we're looking for Wook. No. No, it's the Zhu part. Yeah. Actually, I'm going to upgrade this because I should be able to do that. Yeah. And get one more upgraded iteration in there just in case. That leaves me with some spare void traces as well, just in the event of something disastrous transpiring. Ooh, something in my throat. Let's make it happen. After this, I'll show off him running across the plains like a madman. Ooh, did I join late? I hear an alarm.
Use that reactant. Open a relic. The reactant is working on your relic. Find more. Find the captive as soon as you can. We don't have much time.
Got how many? 4? Okay, I'm not behind the group in that regard then. That's fine. Did I get any from that? Yes, I did.
For the Tenno. The relic has been cracked open.
So
Finish your mission to
this is
find
kind of an awkward situation because it's so cramped. Oh, I have 10 already. That's nice. Level 1, it's already like a 40-second. I didn't want to do that. I don't think that was me that time. Well, I'm not dying, so that's good. I hope nobody's down there. If they are, they just got left behind. More fool them. Okay, I've got to get out of that area.
the holding area. Careful. If the wardens catch you, they will surely initiate the execution sequence.
Well, they were just sitting there. I didn't see him coming. It's not my problem. Bleeding Willow.
The bypass is done. Go.
He did. He also dead. You want me to leave? I mean, if he wants to, he can do what he wants. I'm not his boss. I don't run his life.
I'm in your debt. Let's go home.
Subject found. You need the captives. Protect them at all costs.
Oh, you can see the little rockets that bounced off. Like, yeah, you see.
Give me a weapon.
They're cute. Little gyrojet rockets. Which is neat. I think that's what those were called. Yeah, gyrojets. Well, we'll take a Grand Prime handle.
The captive has been secured. You've done your part, Tenno. We'll take it from here.
Let's try that again. One more try. Then we'll do some just mucking about on the Valesser plains.
Don't forget the reactor. Need more to open that relic. You can't leave without prison. Keep searching. You are approaching the holding area. Coordinates detect you. They will surely initiate the execution sequence. Bypass complete. You may proceed. We've reached the prison. Find our prisoner in one of these cells.
Thank the stars, not a minute too soon.
Prisoner located. We need to get them back to and in one piece. Find exits and don't leave the set behind.
Got a weapon for me? I've got some scores to settle.
I think for general use for pistols, I think I like the Cyanex a bit better. That one that was introduced with the Ropalolist. And Wisp, for that matter. Do I have 10? I do not have 10, so I still have a bunch left to get. One more. There we go. We're good. And ammo conversion is putting in work, so we're good. I like it.
Find out what's inside. The captive has been secured. You've done your part, Tenno. We'll take it from here.
No joy, but that's okay. There's always next time. Let's go to the Valus. I'm just gonna kind of sprint around a lot because it looks cool. Plus, I've got to do the surfboard races, K-drive races. So we'll run from point A to point B and then do slow mode with the K-drive races. That'll be great. Oh, okay. Apparently I discovered a cave that is right at the entrance. What? No, don't understand. That's right, I need to be on a K-drive for those to show up. You pressed the wrong button. Or rather, I didn't hold the right button. There we go. So you're rather speedy. You sprint quite quickly. Most of that is the visual effect that makes it look like you're moving probably faster than you are, but you are in fact moving quite quickly. You also have the devil's own time trying to turn and look at yourself as you sprint like the $1 million machine man Tenno thing. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm going anyway. You don't have to tell me what to do. I'm going the wrong way. Oh my gosh, don't overshoot. Oh no. Here we go. That's so far so disastrous. We'll be okay. Don't think we'll have a problem beating it. Oh my gosh, please. Thank you. Shoot, maybe we will, I don't know. I'm just gonna speed through these as best I can. I need the time. Like that. Not too bad. I got through it. There were some rough moments there. Can I not grind this? Thank you. Okay. We're not doing this necessarily for the K-Drive experience, though that helps a lot. And I do have to grind that like crazy. Oh, actually, I could just get these dudes to shoot at me. I can build energy like a fiend. Do it. Give me your juice. It is 1 point of juice per hit. Oh, probably because I'm getting my damage reduced, you dork. Come on, hit me. Are we doing this? Obviously not. I'm gonna sprint somewhere convenient and away from prying eyes. I'm gonna get my K-Drive out and we're gonna find out where I'm going next. Please hit the button. There we go. Where are we? We are... Oh, Christ, I have no idea where I am. It doesn't matter. Yes it does. It matters a lot. No, seriously, where am I? Oh, I'm way in the middle of nowhere. Okay. We'll go there. Oh, hey! Just doing a drive-by, no big. And you can sprint while you're reloading, which reloads quite quickly indeed. In fact, I'm gonna... and while you're doing your... Oh! Oh! No, wrong gun. There we go. That's the one. Yeah, it's a very quick reload when you're sprinting. Works like this. I ignore everything you say and press buttons. I wouldn't know about that. That missed. That went right over top of it. You dork. There we go. There we go. Almost wiped out there because I don't have the invulnerability crutch. See, that worked almost like I intended it to happen. Oh no! Sort of wish you could do like boosts to the side with these. Like in place of your double jump. I don't know. Something like that. I'm gonna do a quick 3,000 point grind real quick. I just said quick twice in the same sentence for no reason other than incompetence and lack of forethought. That's right, I can't do it that way right now. I'm so accustomed to max loadout on these things that I'm just like, derp. There we go, we're good. Okay, and where's the next one? Next one, let's go to that one, because that's a ways out there. So that's a click off. Okay. I'm gonna real quick get myself charged. Shoot me. Like that. Exactly like that. I didn't even know they had freeze grenades. You can do better than this. Shoot me. Stop trying to hit me and hit me. Okay, that's enough of that. I have taunted them enough. Oh, right. I want to do this. I want to see how quickly that's going to build up. It is building up awfully slowly. Now that is better. It's still pretty slow. And because my duration is so high, oh yeah, I can outsprint those no problem. Oh, I didn't want to do that. There we go. There we go. You can't really run up surfaces. I kind of wish that was a function. I think that would have been really cool, and it probably would have been extremely helpful in terms of traversing a lot of these, the old tiles. Okay, let me get my K drive out. Let me whip it out. I don't even know where the bubble is. Where is the bubble? Oh, it's on my mini-map. How quaint. There it is. Oh, this is the one that goes indoors. I know this one. I'm not a fan. I apparently haven't been to this cave, I guess? I'm pretty sure. Never mind. It doesn't matter. We're just gonna traverse to do this. I don't really care about scoring. Especially since it's so damn short. they say? Nora's gonna tell me what they say. I'm gonna talk over everything she's saying. Not because I dislike her or her voice acting, but because I'm gonna just ask the question, what do they say? And I don't know that the world is ready to hear what they know they say. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the pipe grind. I'm gonna do that until my time is up, which is basically now. Okay. No, I wanted to do this. There we go. So it's all about managing that gauge. I sort of wish the middle part was more translucent so you could see when you were topped up, or topped out, rather. But yeah, you can move rather quickly, as you can see. Click, 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 click. Yeah, let's blow energy till we die. There we go. Oh wow, they all caught up with me. How nice. So yeah, that's pretty substantial. It takes a long time to get it charged up, but once you do, it's pretty great. Which is nice. I'm gonna get another, what? Another couple 3K point grinds, I think. That's right, I cannot. I'm playing like a different grinding game here. Pre-mod a grinding game, which is even harder. Yeah, some of the mods you get are quite convenient for this, and speeding it up immensely, or at least making it a lot more idiot-proof than I'm making it look. Like height. Height is a big one. Getting more height is great. Makes a lot of this easier. That and the double jump height is really nice. There, see, I'm doing tricks quickly now. That's good. Okay, we're good. Let's go. Actually, I'll get another level up for my K drive. That's what I'll do. Wow, I thought I was charging my jump, and I was not. Nice. Okay. Let me. Let's see how much we got with that. But yeah, as you can see, Gauss, he's interesting. He's durable. He's fastish. He's basically uncontrollable on the meat of the gameplay with tiles. And I have yet to find a situation where I can really get his red line to work the way I expect it to work. Because I think I'm misreading the readouts for what that's actually doing. Let's go to Roki and see how we're doing for Venkid's standing. It's pretty abysmal. That's a bad situation there. Why is this not sorted by rank? I have it sorted by rank all the time, and it just does not stay. It fills me with frustration. Oh, I don't want more velocity when falling. no, I want to fall slow, which is why I have the lower gravity one. No, not high owned. I don't want a high owned. Which is the lower gravity one. Where are you? Airtime? Airtime. That's what I want. Speed will be nice for actually getting around. Otherwise, the rest of these are kind of non-critical. That one obviously is basically necessary, and it's why I have it. Don't care. That one I already have, and that one is very good. Most of these attack-oriented ones are kind of just like, but why? Why would I do this? Why would I do it to myself? Yeah, I can't. No, I don't. Unless that means just general speed while you're going down, which I guess could stack handily, but I think that's mostly vertical speed. Quick escape, I don't think I have yet, actually. Oh, yeah, the vulnerability when mounting. Perfect balance is a bit more useful in my mind. Since there's a lot of situations you can't actually use K drives in. That's kind of still my continuing gripe with the open world content, is it doesn't, like, stuff that's good for the open world content is not generally all that great for the day-to-day stuff, unless it's just ridiculously OP in general. And I'm not super fond of that. I'm not a great fan in that regard. No, I'm not going to do that. So yeah, this has been Gauss. I'll probably be doing more Gauss next week as well, as I try to understand what makes him tick. I'll definitely be fiddling with his guns more, for sure. This has been Warframe Wednesdays. Thanks for tuning in. Later this week, I've got my Storytime Saturday stream, where I will be narrating the last small portion of Peter Watts's Blind Sight. Things have gotten quite exciting on that front. And then I've got Mecha Mondays coming up after that. So Monday, Wednesday, Saturday are my streaming days. Same time. Every week. Feel free to tune in. Feel free to follow, subscribe, whatever. Whatever it is the people do nowadays. Thanks for watching, and have a great week.